Hello, my name's Maria and you're watching The Richardson Simple Living, and today we're going to be doing the garden collab. So I'm going to give you a quick tour around the garden, show you how it's looking at the moment. Take part in the collaboration once a month and it runs from the end of March to the end of October, and I take part with Victoria from Home Educating the Mad Lads and Lisa and Spencer. We've all got different types of gardens. Well, Victoria's is a bit similar to mine, but Lisa and Spencer's is totally different, and Lisa is in America, so it's very different than ours, but it's lovely to see how they all work and the difference in them all. So yeah, sometimes we have other people take part, sometimes we don't. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And before I go out to the garden, I just want to say that Sian says thank you very much for all the birthday wishes that you sent to her. She had a lovely birthday and lots of nice things, and she had a great day. So thank you very much for that. So we'll go out in the garden and see what it's looking like before it rains again. Patio. Nothing changes here. Everything's the same, just dying off. I got one lettuce, look. A lettuce actually growing. It's taken all summer, and I've got another one there next to a pansy. I've got odd marigolds coming up all over the place, and over here some pansies that seeded themselves. Now they're coming up. Now it's nearly October. Got just a couple sweet peas left, and the clematis is dying back. I want to take all the garden lights down, but they're all tangled in there at the moment, so I've got to wait till it dies back more, and then we can chop that down and free the lights. Otherwise it's just going to break them. But yeah, everything's the same out here. Look at all these seeds growing where these sweet peas were. Look at that. I don't know what it is. It's not sweet peas, and that's only the thing that's been in there, so I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's go up here. Not a lot to say. Got to watch I don't tread on slugs. The blackberries, there's no more blackberries on there now, I don't think. So we'll cut that back a bit, because on this side there's a few strands that have gone, well, you can't see, it's behind the clematis in the corner, but it's gone through the fence, so that needs cutting back. But yeah, they're all dying off now. I've had loads of blackberries from there. Here we go up the garden, and we've got some more sunflowers. I go on the grass, it's a bit wet, we've had torrential rain. So we've got some sunflowers, we've got some new ones come out up there on that one that had the multi-heads. They're still growing. Got quite a few volunteer seeds along the bottom with pansies and marigolds. But yeah, I've still got quite a few nice heads on there. But they're slowly going back. Got lots of seeds on here to collect on the sweet peas coming off the grass, because I'm not going far along because it's wet through. There's a few sweet peas there. Dean's actually cleared up down the back here before all the rain come and got rid of all the rubbish and burnt it, which is good. Now, here, what we're doing here. We had decided to keep it again, and Dean was talking about having chickens in this side, and he'd started building like some nesting boxes there. He's chucked the wood in there at the moment that he wants to use, and there's some spare wood that he saved for bonfire night. He was doing it all out, and he was filling in all that back bit. He's done half of it, and he's going to fill the rest of it in, and then all this front bit, and then he's going to saw through like there to bring an opening, and then it'll all be like one run across for all of them. He'll bring the duck's pen over next to this box in that corner, and it'll be all like one big run for all of them, but this end will all be covered in then for bad weather. Not that the ducks mind that, the ducks, the wetter the better for them, but for the chickens it would need to be drier. So it looks like it's been leaking actually. We've had such bad weather. It looks like it does leak through a bit there. You can see where it's wet. But that bit be cut out and you'd have to sort it all anyway. Probably put a bit of that felt in the gap at the top and put some bitumen stuff along to seal it. Cassie, it's not for you under there. So yeah, but I'm putting alt on it at the moment because I'm a bit, do I really want more animals? And I'm sort of thinking, a bit fed up of it all. So we've called a halt to it at the minute, and the weather's bad anyway, so I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it for a while and see. Got some Michaelmas daisies there, asters. I like those, the Michaelmas daisy variety, because I like the colour. Joe, I can't never get in my greenhouse. Since it's painted it, it's stuck. And it keeps sticking. Right, in the greenhouse, finally in. This tomato plant has had plenty of flowers, but not produced a single tomato. Nothing whatsoever. We've got another cucumbers there, look, that's come on, which is really good. So I think that might be ready for picking. Can't see any more on there. There was a couple of more little bits coming, and there's one there, but it's turning the wrong colour, so it's going to die. So I think that'll be the last one. So that will be 3 we've had off this plant altogether. Looks like we've got a little tomato there. I'm not sure that might be to that other plant unless it's come across from this one. I think it's actually maybe from that one. If it is, it's the first one. This plant seems to be dying off. It's getting yellower and yellower. But there's some tomatoes. I've had 3 off it so far. These started blushing, so I can take them off and put them in the windowsill to carry on. And there's a couple more, 1, 2, 3, 4 more green ones on there. They're not blushing yet, so I can't take them off yet. But I'll keep an eye on this plant, because I will be able to save them. There's another one coming there, but I don't know if the plant will live long enough. It's just dying off. This end one actually does look a lot greener and healthier than all of the plants, and yet that hasn't produced anything. That's crazy. So yeah, I've got one cucumber on there ready for picking, and I think the others are going to die. Cats are barking. It's always barking at something. So that's all that's in there. That'll all get cleaned up when we fetch them out. Can't shut the door. Right, let's go around here. Cassie, stop barking. Right, this is how the garden looks like now. Bare, more or less. Look at that. Totally bare. Everything's been cut back, cut away. Strawberries there. Got 2 taken off there, and I've got a runner, so I might have that run along to this end. Oh, I've got red strawberry down there. Look at that. Just spotted it. Oh my. I've never had that this late before. I'm going to investigate that after. It looks like there's slugs on it. But there's more strawberries there. Oh gosh. The raspberries have all been cut back. Got fed up of them dying and doing nothing. They've all cut back. I don't know whether I'll see if they grow next year or whether I'll just get the roots out and not bother with them because I'm fed up of them. All of this veg has come out. We've had some broccoli and we've had bits and pieces. We've got onions and we've got, what was it, beetroot in the freezer. The other ones that are planted, all the weeds grew right over them and strangled them. Still corn, that's probably ready for picking actually. Might be able to get that in. Tomatoes there, let's come down a bit. Tomatoes there, never had one off it yet. There's tomatoes on it, they're green, they're giant ones, but not one of them have gone to blush because the weather's just too rubbish. Behind that, where the sweet peas were, there's just some volunteer marigolds. So yeah, as you can see, I haven't got the big tops on these anymore with all the white netting on. Dean took them down and he's made new tops with wire on. So they're all got like an hinge on them, so they open, but they're all low tops. And the reason for that is because I'm going to grow flowers in here next year. I don't want to grow vegetables. I'm just fed up of it. Last year they were getting me down because they just weren't doing very well. This year was a total wash out, wipe out with them all, and I've just had enough of it. I thought it's just easier to go to the shops when they're cheap, buy them and, you know, blanch them then. So I said, I'm going to grow flowers. I want flowers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do climbing flowers there and extend this frame there a bit higher. Dean says he might put some onions in this one where the sweet corn is. Might just put some onions in there, so I might do that. But other than that, all these with the tops on, low tops of flowers. But I'm thinking as the flowers get bigger, I've just realised if he's put hinges on them, he's going to have to unscrew them to take the tops off when the flowers are big enough. But that shouldn't be a problem. Unless he has just sat them on. I'm not sure. I'm sure they were on hinges. I know they were originally. But anyway, whatever. So I'm hoping next year this garden will be just full of colourful blooms. And then I've got like the greenhousey bit over there that is made. That's nice and dry in there. Nothing happening in there. Just got some shelving in ready. So yeah, I might not even need it actually if I'm using the greenhouse for flowers. But I'm thinking, looking at it like this, thinking, oh, it looks so much tidier. The only thing is, the boxes will want painting. Now, it's the wrong time of year now. It's too wet now. It'll probably be next year. So I don't know whether to do them in the grey or the cream. I think the cream will stand out nice. Might do them in the cream. We'll see. Plenty of time to think about it. Down here, we've got bunnies hiding because it's been raining. I got a guinea pig. He's out, one of them. Got plants down there, lavender, and that Hebe bush is dying back. I don't really want that one. I think I'll get rid of that. But the lavender, I'm still thinking of putting along the top up there where the sunflowers are. So I think next year it is going to be more of a flower garden as opposed to vegetables. Just a quick look through the front. I don't know if you can hear very well because Tumble Dryer's on, but we had 2 pears on that pear tree, no more, just the 2. And it's just grown and grown. It's a nuisance, and it's forcing a small one alongside of it to go across for light, and I think it's stunting its growth a bit. So that's going to have a good cutback. The dahlias, they are sort of going back, even though they've not long come out. And the same with the marigolds. They're clinging on because of the weather. All the other trees are the same. I've showed you them before, nothing special about them. We've had tons of apples. There's still some apples on there. We've given loads and loads away. But there's still some on there. Yeah, and the pumpkins that were in the tubs, they just died off. They had plenty of flower, but none of them like fertilised to be female. They didn't grow into the pumpkin fruit itself. They just flowered and died off, and then it just died off, the plants did. So another year where they've not succeeded. I think this is the 3rd year we've tried them on the front now. So it's throwing money away all the time, this garden malarkey. I used to thrive on the garden. The garden was important to us. We grew loads of vegetables, and you know, we didn't have to buy much. Our freezers were full of it. We have a big freezer up in Dean's workshop, and that was always full of food like that, apart from Christmas when we ramming turkeys in there as well. But yeah, it was always full of home produced food and you never needed to buy much. But the last 2 years, it just hasn't worked out like that. And I've just had enough of it, really. I just can't see the point of throwing money at buying seeds, fertilisers, all the time that you're putting in there, spending all the time in the garden and you're not doing nothing else. And it's just taking our time and our money, and it's just, I've just had enough of it. Just had enough of it. And I'm thinking, well, it was last Christmas actually when they were selling vegetables off in the supermarkets for real cheap prices. And I said to Dean then, we'd have been better off just going out and buying all this cheap veg, blanching it and freezing it for the year ahead then. Why are we fighting all the weather and spending all this money and all this time? And anyway, this year we did it again, and now I've said enough's enough. You know, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to spend all my time doing that. And I was always a person for doing everything ourselves, growing everything ourselves, but I just seem to have had enough of it, just fed up of it. Maybe I just need a break from it. So I thought, well, we can buy the vegetables we need. And what's more important to me at the moment is some flowers, because I've not been able to go and do my grave runs. We do a grave run. We do my great-grandparents and grandparents in one place. And then we do Dean's grandparents, his parents and my parents in another place. And it costs a lot of money to buy flowers. Flowers are more expensive than buying vegetables. Losing my voice. So I'm thinking I'm growing the wrong thing. To save money, I'm growing the wrong thing. We need to grow flowers. And when I was looking at the sweet peas in summer, how beautiful they were in the garden, and I did cut some off for the grave. And I was saying to Dean then, we need to be growing all flowers. So that's what we're going to do next year. Next year's garden hopefully should look very different and will be full of flowers. Although Dean says he wants to grow onions, I'm still like, well, I can buy them cheap enough. So I'm going to have a go at flowers. I don't know whether they'll fare any better. I don't know. We shall see. And the weather, of course, plays a big part in that. Failing that, might get a great big polytunnel, pull some of the structure down, get a big polytunnel and fill it with flowers. And this is another reason that I held back on the chickens. I said, oh, do you know, I don't know whether I want to buy more. I'm buying eggs now anyway, and I'm thinking, do I want more chickens and all the mess and all the hassle? And, you know, I just changed. I'm at this phase in life where I'd just rather get a backpack and go travelling. Just walk out the door one morning and send a postcard. I'm here today and it looks really nice. But yeah, no. Perhaps I'm having a midlife crisis, but I'm a bit past midlife. It's a delayed midlife crisis. But no, you've got to weigh up the value of you know, where you're wasting money as opposed to where you could be saving money. And things are changing. You know, climate's changing, all the weather we get all the time, and things are changing, and I've got to look at all that in the garden. You either got to change your way of doing things in the garden, like I said, with polytunnels, or just change things totally. So for next year, I'm not going to grow vegetables. I am going to just concentrate on flowers out there. And who knows, if I don't have chickens and, you know, when the ducks pass away, all of that could make a lovely big polytunnel along there for vegetables. Who knows? We'll see. Play each year as it comes. So that's how it's looking at the moment. Our friend Lisa Ann Spencer, who also takes part in the collaboration, she posts questions each month that we can answer. And so this month's question for September is, what's your favourite flower? Now, that's a bit hard because my favourite flowers tend to change. I like different flowers, but all of my life, even from when I was a young girl, I used to love I forgot what they were, carnations. Do you know, my memory's going terrible, old age. Carnations, I always love carnations. I like the smell of them and I like the different colours of them. And even now, if I'm buying flowers for the greys, I like to get carnations. I like I say, the mixture of the colours with them, and they get nice seasonal colours, and they last well as well, because if you get them in bud, they're very hardy flowers and they'll carry on you know, sort of growing and opening up, so I can put them on a grave and leave it and not go back for a month, and only then are they dying off if I get some with lots of good budding. So they're very good, but I can't grow carnations. I've tried to grow them and I'm just not successful with them, so I won't be growing any. But whether I'll buy some still, I don't know, because they're not too expensive. But when you're buying them in the amount I'm buying them, because we take care of so many graves, that's when it becomes expensive. But now, what flower do I like now? I like chrysanthemums. Again, I like them for the colours. I like the autumn colours with the chrysanthemums. I like the browns and the dark reds and purples, the autumn colours. They're nice. And I like dahlias. Dahlias are really nice flowers. Normally they'll flower all year. This year's been an exception because of the weather, but normally they'll start flowering early summer and go right through autumn even. I've known dahlias to be still flowering, you know, come December. I've had them still flowering. Depends on the weather, like I say. But they're nice. They come in all colours and all different sort of shapes as well, and they're really lovely. So some of them I do want to concentrate on growing next year because they're lovely for the graves. They make great cut flowers, not just for graves, but obviously for in the house as well, if you want a few in the house. But they make great cut flowers. And sweet peas. I absolutely love sweet peas. I don't know when I first sort of started growing sweet peas. It was a good few years ago now, and the first ones I got, I think, were like peaches and cream, they were called. They were lovely, and the smell is beautiful. It's probably got to be the strongest smell flowers that I ever smell. But they're really lovely. And the shame with them is they only last 2 months. They're only sort of, I think it's about June, July time they flower, so it's only got a short flowering period, which is a shame really, because they are so nice. Though having said that, you've just seen I've got a few odd ones, stragglers still, but you know, as a rule it's only like a couple of months in the summer they're growing. But they're beautiful, the colours are lovely and they smell nice, and it doesn't matter what colours you throw together and they come out, they all look nice together, like you've purposely put them that way. But they're really nice. So maybe out of all of them, I'd say the sweet peas are my most favourite for the smell and for the colours, and they're just so nice and dainty looking as well. They'd make lovely, if you dried the leaves, they make lovely like confetti leaves, along with roses. I don't mind roses, but they've never been one of my top favourite flowers. But yeah, I'll say sweet peas at the moment in time. Sweet peas. So that's it for this month's garden collaboration. I will drop the links down to the other two below taking part. If anybody else is taking part, let me know and I will drop your link down below as well. But yeah, because we've had others do it as well, but not everybody has the time to do it all the time. So yeah, I will drop them down below and you can check them out, check their channels out. So that's it for today. I shall be back again. I've got to go shopping in the week, and so I will be bringing probably an Aldi haul. I like the new bigger Aldis that we've been going to, so I'll probably do an Aldi haul there. I'm not going to do it this week, but I'm thinking about doing some more meals of the weeks. I've done it once, I think. I've done it once or twice, and I was thinking about doing some of them again. And I also want to have a go at doing the chicken. Now, I'm not going to promise it'll be this week, but I would like to try and aim for it. It depends, you know, how the budget goes with the shopping. So yeah, that's something else I want to aim for. So until the next one, thank you for watching and take care. Bye.